All right, we're going to talk about why her body count does not matter. Clem Ford said her body count doesn't matter. As a 45-year-old male who's been around the traps, who's been a man of the world, who's a relationship coach professionally, who's a sex coach for guys and girls, and who answers relationship questions on the daily, and who is personally 100% committed and interested in enhancing human relationships, I'm going to disagree with Clem Ford. And I agree with some of the points she raises, but I'll disagree on this one. We live in a society where there is double standards, okay? When men are told to behave like women and women are told to behave like men, it creates... and I don't make these rules, all right? I'm here as the messenger, all right? And everyone's going to agree with me pretty much on this stuff, if you're sober. Women like guys who are taller than them, all right? And men like caring, feminine women. Now, that's a straight. We're talking straight men here, okay? And if you're gay, there's nothing wrong with that. This conversation is more about straight men, what we think, and so we have this standard where if you're a man, you're expected to perform very good, very sufficiently sexually with her, right? She has sexual expectations of you, okay? If you're a virgin girl and, you starfish, that's okay, all right? Guys are like, okay, that's cool, she's a virgin, it's all good. But if you're a virgin guy, girls aren't looking for virgin guys. That's just how it is, okay? That's just how it is, man. No girl's like, wow, she's like talking to her friends next day. How was it? Oh, he was so great. He's a virgin. He had no idea what he was doing. Oh my God, that's amazing. Wow, oh my God, that's so hot. Oh no, he fucked me like a porn star. Oh my God, all these different positions against the wall, in the bathtub, dragged me in the closet. It was crazy. Oh my God, wow, really? Jeez. So men have the burden and responsibility. I call it responsibility. It's a burden if you think about it. For some guys, I call it a responsibility, okay? It's a joyous responsibility in my opinion, but some guys see it as a burden. It gives them sexual anxiety, performance, etc. So see it as a responsibility. Your duty as a man when she is feeling aroused and wants some girth, then do your job. So the men have that responsibility, okay? So with that becomes the pressure, good or bad. That's just how it is. Women don't have that, okay? It's very, very easy for a woman to please a man sexually. All right? A straight man, okay? A straight man. If the girl's like, no, I had this guy and he made me do all these crazy things and all this and that, and it's like, he wasn't straight, all right? The dude is damaged, and for him to get off, he needs to get a bit twisted up there, okay? And if you're into that, you're into that, okay? But, it's just how it is. If you want a quality man in your life, then your body count does matter. Because men like myself who are experienced, we're going for women who are emotionally stable versus women who have such low self-esteem from getting pumped and dumped, hit and quit, dashed and smashed and dashed, that their self-esteem is so low. And these guys out there who can't get much pussy or can't get a high quality pussy or a hot chick, they see these damaged chicks and like, I'll save her. I'll save her. I'll save her from herself. And that's a fantastic place to be as a guy, because you get to learn about women really, really quickly. It's painful and there's drama and the police might get involved from, a fake claim against you or whatever. But it's a great way to become an experienced man about women, and that's been me accidentally, etc. Okay, so you want to avoid women who need to be saved, because these women, then again, yes and no, all right, but the women who need to be saved always have a high body count, okay? And what happens is when you have a high body count, you're hot and horny, or now you're on the dating apps, Tinder, you can get a guy to smash and dash today, the next hour, an average, what society deems as an average looking female, can get a guy in the next hour, alright? If society deems you as an average looking guy, you're not going to get a girl in the next hour, okay? But, as society deems an average looking female can get a guy in the next hour. He won't respect her. He'll hit it and quit it, pump and dump, see you later, ghost, maybe never to be heard from again. And that's okay if you're looking for that. But what happens if a girl does that frequently? What does frequent even mean? That's a really subjective term. If a girl does that enough for her level of emotions, her develop wherever she's in her life, where she's, in her emotional development phase, if she does that enough, eventually her self-esteem becomes low because she's going, these guys just want to pump and dump. Or they pretend to care to get sex, And like, first of all, she'll be like, screen the guys. He just pumps and dumps, goes to never, doesn't reply, just see you later. And she's like, oh, damn, he just wanted to have sex with me. And then she's like, okay, I'm only gonna fuck guys who care. And then so she'll like, get through some guys like, no, yeah, you don't care. And then she'll meet a guy like a player, her first player, who pretends to care. He's like, yeah, I care about you, baby. And she's like, oh my god, this guy cares about me. Yeah, I'll have sex with you. And he pumps and dumps her as well. And she's like, oh, fuck that guy. And then she does another one of those player dudes. And she's like, fuck that guy. And then she's like, fuck men. I'm going lesbian. I'm going Clem Ford, And, well, she doesn't go the feminist Clem Ford route, but she just stays in the feminine element. She stays feminine. She's like, no, there's hope. There's good guys are out there somewhere. But she just keeps getting played because her shit test is not that strong, or her libido is just higher. And she's like, fuck it, I'm horny, I want to fuck. It's my right to fuck. And it is, but you're just damaging yourself, okay? You're setting yourself up for low self-esteem later in life. And you see it with these women out there. You see women out there on social media who look like society deems them as attractive. What society would agree they're attractive women. But these women have such low self-esteem. They're doing Botox when they're like 25 or something, or even in their 20s, getting lips done. Just like boobs. They're just, like getting so much work done. They're so early in their age. And it's like, why? It's because they can't even see their value because no one's seen their value in them other than their pussy. Okay? And that's nature's way. Like, as a man, your drive is to pump and dump, get your DNA out there, because it's a competition, right? Because someone else might bang her, and that's just the caveman mentality. So that's good sometimes, but in social settings, it's not good, because it just creates this hit and quit society where women end up just going, well, I'm just going to lock a guy down, get pregnant, and now I've got your child support. So women want to breed, men want to fuck. There's a big difference there. Women also want to fuck, but primarily it's to breed. Men just want to fuck. They don't want to breed. They want to just fuck, and go next one. That's why, it's a rule of nature, and it's just like fighting and stuff. Like, I want to fight people. I'm a good fighter. I've been doing martial arts since the 90s, kickboxing, boxing, karate, all sorts of stuff. But I restrain my violent tendencies because I don't want to hurt anyone. All right, I want to punch someone in the face and they hit the ground and die because they land on cement. Like, that's dumb. I have the ability to do that. I have the physical fitness and high level of physical fitness and skill to do that. All right, and sometimes I get pissed off enough that I fantasize about doing that, but I rarely do that because it's just dangerous. All right, it's dumb. It's caveman-like. Okay. Same with sex. Nature doesn't want you to use a condom or get a vasectomy. Condoms break anyway. Get a vasectomy, guys. It's these DNA things we have that we have to override to protect ourselves emotionally and physically and legally and financially and lifestyle-wise. So let's get back on the topic. Why, so we have these women out there who rack up a body count because of Tinder and Bumble and Hinge and nightclubs and stuff and alcohol. But then these women, their self-esteem gets so low, that becomes their identity because most guys just want to pump and dump. And then she meets a nice guy who she likes, and she thinks he's alright. Like, he's a good source of steady dick, but he really likes me. And in her thought brain, again, there's a double standard we have. If a woman sleeps with a lot of guys, she's a thought, and if a guy sleeps with a lot of girls, he's a stud. Okay, but it's just how it works. I don't agree with it, but this is how it is, man. Just like women prefer guys over 6 foot, it's just how it is. With 6 inches and 6-figure income, ideally more. But that's just, so then she has in her brain, she's thinking, okay, I've been around a bit, I've racked up a body count, these guys just want to fuck me, and that's it. They don't really care. So then she starts to develop self-esteem issues, and then when eventually she finds the guy, the nice guy, who sees her potential, She likes that, but then part of her brain has to sabotage it. She's like, no, there's something wrong with this guy because he sees me as a potential mate. Like, he sees me more than a pump and dump. He cares about me, but the other guy, the majority don't care about me. So he must be a defect. He must be a loser. And she will treat him like a defect and like a loser, even if she doesn't want to. She's like, why am I doing this? This guy's legit. He actually cares about me more than the pump and dump. But why am I treating him so bad? She doesn't even know what she's doing. She doesn't even know why she's doing it. And eventually, the relationship will finish. Okay? Eventually, the guy will have enough of that. He's like, fuck this, I'm out. Why am I dealing with this shit? Why don't I just get a younger girl who hasn't, ridden the cock carousel, thus become emotionally damaged and insecure and develop eating disorders, etc. I can just go with one of those girls, And not all girls with eating disorders have self-esteem issues, guys. Okay, she might just have a control issue. That's the only thing she can control in her life because her parents are lawyers or doctors or accountants. There's a lot of pressure, so she develops the eating disorder because that's one thing she can control, how much food she eats. Okay. So generally the girls who are super, super young with EDs, they can definitely be very, very good relationship material. But it's the older chicks with the EDs, then they have more of a self-esteem issue. Okay, does that make sense? It's more of a self-esteem issue, the ED, versus a control issue. There's a big, huge difference between those EDs. ED meaning not erectile dysfunction, but eating disorder. So if she has an eating disorder because of self-esteem issues, then that's a bit of a red flag. If she has an ED because of control issues, because of mums or dads, or doctor, lawyer, accountant, surgeon, all right, all these levels of jobs, they breed girls, and rarely guys, sometimes guys, but mostly teenage girls with eating disorders. Because these girls just feel out of control because their parents are trying to control their destiny, their careers, and their university degrees, everything. Understandably, because the parents are like, well, I'm a lawyer, you should be a lawyer. I'm a doctor, you should be a doctor. And these are high-pressure jobs, and these high-pressure people have kids, and they put these kids on high pressure, and these kids, a lot of them just crack and develop eating disorders or drug issues because they're trying to escape or control something because the kids feel out of control. Okay, let's get back to it. So the girl out there, she fucks a lot of guys. What's a lot? It's different for different people. Maybe in the comment section down below, guys, how many guys is too much body count for a girl? If you're looking for a relationship material, obviously, if you just want to pump and dump, you don't care about her body count because you're like, I'm here for 2 hours, and then I'll probably never ever see you again. I won't remember your name. All right. And some girls are into that. They just, I don't care. I just want sex. I'm horny. I'm ovulating. I want to. I got rejected by this guy. I want to feel some self-worth. I want to see if I'm still hot. I want to have sex. Okay. And that's just, for me, in my opinion, as a sex coach, I tell women this, it doesn't help your self-esteem, man. It's like buying something on a credit card. Yeah, you'll feel good in the moment, but eventually you have to pay that back. But you just got pumped and dumped again. Okay, again, by a guy who doesn't respect you. He doesn't really care about you, all right? He might pretend to care. He just wants pussy because he's just thinking caveman brain. And for some women, they don't mind that. They're like, I get it, I get it. I'm only fucking him because he's hot. I'm only fucking him because he's got a big dick, I only fuck Durianrider because he's got a big dick and some fame. I just wanted to see if I could get it, But that's a minority, and those women are generally older, like in their 40s or whatever, and they're like, yeah, I get it, I'm good. I just want some cock. I want some, I want some girthy, fat vegan Durianrider cock or whatever, and I don't want anything more than that because I know that it's just, it's not what I want. You have these things, all right. Yes, guys, girth matters more than length, all right. It's not how long your dick is. I mean, that's important as well, but it's more how fat it is. Women like it fatter if they're horny. If they're not, then it's going to be too painful for them. So use lube, and get her aroused enough so she can enjoy it. Okay, so the self-esteem, it creeps up on you. The self-esteem damage creeps up on you. Girls will be like in their 20s, like, no, I don't notice that. But when they're in a relationship with a quality guy they really care about, it will subconsciously creep up in you. Just like if you've been, just like if you're a cyclist and you've had someone, close, just drive real close to you and like, just try and scare you and shit. You're sort of like, you'd be like, oh shit, like that stays with you forever. Or, good or bad, like you see, yeah, fucking dickheads, But or if a dog bites you, this is a dog. A dog bites you. Okay, let's say that when you're a kid, this Labrador Golden Retriever just grabs your ankle and gives you a bit of a shake, all right? That stays with you. And then every time you see a Golden Retriever, you're thinking, shit, that fluffy motherfucker with the fluffy tail bit me when I was 8, all right? And it just stays with you. So, and the more you get bitten by Golden Retrievers, the more you find it hard to trust Golden Retrievers, okay? The more you get pumped and dumped by guys, the more you develop trust issues with guys, and your brain just fucks with you. So, and then if you're in a quality relationship with a quality guy, he'll feel that resistance and be like, fucking hell, like, I don't want this. Because he's been with a lot of chicks, and he's like, nah, not worth my time. I want a girl who doesn't have, these issues, because she didn't get ride the cock carousel. So it depends what your goal is, girls. If you just want to fuck different guys every day of the week for the rest of your life, excellent, nothing wrong with that. If that is what's going to make you really happy, do that, all right? For a lot of guys, that'd be their dream life, because that's just how guys are wired differently. But women, if you want to develop quality relationship with guys, one, join my coaching group, Durianrider.com, and that sounds salesy, but I'll give the best advice for women out there, okay? I'll give the best advice. I was raised by a single mum. I understand. I was reading relationship books when I was 8 because I wasn't allowed to watch TV. I didn't have a Nintendo, and I wasn't allowed outside because I might get asthma. All right, so all I had was a bookshelf. I would read diet books, relationship books, all sorts of books to pass the time. Okay, and I had really no idea what I was reading, but I was like, it's better than staring at a wall. Okay, so I was a big reader as a kid. And when you're young and you read stuff like that, it's sort of like, oh, this is interesting. It's just so far out, as for an 8-year-old kid or a 10-year-old kid. Excuse me. So my advice would be, yes, have me as a coach. I will tell you exactly the truth about enhancing your relationships, what to do, what not to do. Okay? I don't have any dog in the race other than I want to see you have a quality life. With men, with women. Again, goes for the guys as well. If you're a guy looking for relationship advice with women, I'll tell you which women to pass and which women to grab, and take them home and keep them at home. Okay, lock them in. 7 deadlocks. But seriously, girls, like, what is your goal? If your goal is to have a happy, healthy time with men, don't put out as much. All right, seriously. Okay, it's going to damage you. Okay. I've been with women. I've been with a lot of women in my life, sexually, friends, etc. And the ones who have the body count have the trust issues, and it affects the friendship or relationship. And it's like, are you serious? But I have empathy for them, because it's like the Golden Retriever ankle bite when you're 8. Yeah, I get it. You've been bitten by 10 Golden Retrievers. You've been bitten by 100 Golden Retrievers. And I'm a Golden Retriever. I'm a man. So, of course, you have issues with that. But I don't want to deal with that stuff, because I don't need to, because I could get a replacement for you, blah, blah, blah. All right? So that's what you got to understand. Like, the body count is an issue for most guys out there. I shouldn't say most guys. The body count is an issue for the guys that women like. The guys that women like are a minority. And we're experienced. And we know what we want. We know what we like. Just like if you're a very, very experienced mechanic who buys and sells cars, he or she they know what car is a good investment for a return, and what car is just it's too much work. No. It's a Ferrari, it's cheap, but mate, that chassis is fucking bent. That's just too much work. Next. Sell it to some dude down the street who doesn't understand what a bent chassis drives like, okay? Give her to the guy down the street who doesn't understand what low self-esteem issues from riding on the cock carousel too long are like, There's a lot of women out there. There's a lot of women out there. All right. It's easier for guys to find a quality woman than it is for women to find a quality guy. Okay, I'll say it again. It's far easier for men to find a quality woman than it is for women to find a quality guy. And why is that? Because we live in the third world economies, the first world economies, where you go to Philippines and you'll see a guy who's maybe 80 years of age, literally 80 years of age, with a very, very attractive 18-year-old Filipino girl. And she's looking happy. Why? Because, yeah, he's 80, he's not in his physical prime anymore, but he treats her nicely. He has enough money that her living quality is like as good as it's going to get ever. And so she's like, he treats me nice. He can make me come. He can give me financial security. Why say no to that? All right. Literally, I seen that with my own eyes. All right. It happens. I mean, there's not many 80-year-old guys out there who are doing that because their health's so fucked. They can't do that. So it's more like 70-year-old guys, 60-year-old guys, 50, 40, 35-year-old guys, 30-year-old guys doing that. Okay. So that's why it's easier for men than it is for women. Now, what 80-year-old woman out there can go to, like somewhere like, Nigeria and get a 6-foot naturally muscular dude with a Congo Coke can cock, that's not going to happen. Right? He's not going to want to be with her because he's like, well, okay, she pays me like a gigolo, I'll be with her, but I want to smash the young babies, So that's just how it is. So it's easier for men out there. That's why women have to put in more work. And I don't make the rules. I'm just the messenger, okay? Shoot me down if you want. That's okay, but the message still stands. This is social narratives. They do not change, okay? Just like women prefer guys who are 6 foot with money and a nice, juicy, fat girth, okay, that works on command. And from a guy who understands their ovulation and menstrual cycles and gives her love when she needs love and gives her fuckboy when she needs fuckboy, that's the deal, all right? This is what women prefer. And just like guys prefer younger women, primarily because younger women have less baggage, all right? Younger women have less baggage. Younger women have less social esteem issues. Or they used to anyway, before social media came around. before girls could get on a dating app and smash 10 guys a week or unlimited guys a week and then developed a massive amount of social esteem issues. Like, every guy just wants to fuck and pump, fuck and duck, smash and dash, hit, quit, pump and dump. Well, I'm worthless. I'm hot, but guys don't want me more than sex. Why is that? Because your self-esteem issues pushes them away, all right? Primarily. And then then here's the thing as well, is girls can get deluded because let's say they fuck a hot guy who's probably bisexual and gay, because let's be honest, a lot of guys out there are bi, the hot dudes are bi. They just want a beard, or they're just super hypersexual. And they'll bang you, they'll bang your brother, they'll bang your dad, they'll bang your mother, they'll just bang the whole fucking family, So there's a lot of guys out there like that, but that's another topic. So these girls have a hot stud dude for a night or a weekend, and then they're like, yeah, this is the guy I can get to commit to me. This is the level I can get to commit to me as a relationship. And it's like, baby, one, he's bisexual gay, and you're too hot to be his beard. If you don't know what a beard is, Google it up in the gay term. And so she has this situation. Then she's like thinking, well, I can get a Brad Pitt, I can get a blah, blah, blah. But no, you can fuck one, but you can't get them to commit to you. So as guys, as girls, our level is who can we get to commit to us, okay? Who can we get, not who can we fuck. Like any dude can fuck a hot chick if she's on the rebound or she's having a moment or he's got some decent enough game. But keeping a hot chick in your life who doesn't have social esteem issues, that's a new word, self-esteem issues, which can affect social esteem. That's a different story, guys. It's just any chick can get a hot dude for a bit, but can you keep him? Okay, so that's what happens is girls are like, well, 2 years ago or 10 years ago I fucked a hot guy, that's my level. No. Your level is who you can get to commit to you. And that can be quite hurtful for a lot of women out there and a lot of men out there. But that's okay. Like, it gives us a fucking reality check, and it helps us level up so we can improve on things. So maybe we are a hot piece. Maybe people think we are a hot piece. We've got this body, but our personality sucks. We're entitled, we're bitchy, maybe we're hangry, maybe we drink too much coffee, and we're bitches, we're bastards, we're assholes, we're downers. And people are like, I'm over that. So maybe we need to improve in our personality game. Or maybe we have a great personality, but we've bought into the keto diet, we're eating too much fat, and now we've got this body fat on us, and we're extra curvy, and we don't like it ourselves. And so if we don't like it ourselves, how can anyone else like it? And then we go from there, and you know what I mean? So like, we've all got things to improve on, all right? We all have things we can improve on that make us more attractive to the people we're into, whether you're gay or bi or straight or whatever, okay? We all have things we can improve on. There's no such thing as perfectionism. Perfectionism's bullshit. Perfectionism's a cop-out. There's no such thing as perfect. Because you excel in one thing, then there's something else you can improve on. Okay, so it's just about enjoying the process, appreciating that you're alive, and having gratitude every day. So there you go. That's a small little bit of a take on it. While Clem Ford is wrong, I can say again, that's been I mean, she's wrong on a lot of things, but she's right on other things as well. All right. Clem Ford won't live debate me. Clem Ford critiques me, and she talks about me, but she won't do a live debate. Clem Ford in my opinion, has very, 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 very poor communication skills. She's unable to do dialogue with people above her level. She just wants to pick targets that are easy targets and debate them and look superior. So that's unfortunate. And Clem Ford, we're about the same age. It's like, come on, Clem, you're not 18 anymore. Like, you should be better at debating. You should be able to do dialogue, mature, respectful dialogue in your 40s. Hopefully you should be able to do that. If you can't, that's a massive red flag. Anyways, we wish Clem Ford all the best. Banter, but yeah. But man, some of the stuff she's putting out is fucking horrendous, man. Horrendous. And I feel for her. I talk to her on Instagram, and she's just the worst communicator. And when I say the worst communicator, I mean she puts herself out there as an influencer, and she is influencing people. So if you can't communicate, if you're an influencer, if you just like leave people on scene or give one word replies, it's like, and you're in your 40s, and you want to be seen, taking things professionally and seriously, it's like you're delusional. So there you go, girls and guys. You aren't who you fuck. You are. Your level is who you can get to commit to you. Who you fuck is who can damage your self-esteem, primarily because you let that, but also because over time you have that golden retriever effect where you get bitten. It just becomes this big emotional scar tissue that takes a special guy to want to break through that. And I'll tell you what, most guys don't want to break through emotional scar tissue. You're going to have to do it yourself. But better yet, young girls who listen to this video, maybe you're 18 plus or whatever, or maybe you're 15, who knows, whatever. Be aware of your body count, man. It affects you mentally, because sex is so much more emotional for women than it is for guys. Guys, we don't even remember her name. We're just like, what? Like, I've been with chicks and I'm like, did we even have sex? I can't remember. I think she just, honestly, all right, that's just how guys are wired, okay? With women, they remember. Right, they fucking remember. It's emotional for them. They remember like the song. They remember so much detail. It's more emotional for women. And the reason why it's more emotional for women, assuming they're sober, is because nature's designed women to really be the selectors and make sure you pick the right guy, the right DNA. Is he mentally unwell? Blah blah blah. It's for women. They're emotionally like more invested in it because they got to be the selectors. Guys, we're just the donors. We're just the sperm donors. So emotionally for us, we're just like, yep, cool, done my job, see you later, let's go. Okay? That's caveman days, and we all have caveman DNA, but we don't live in caveman days anymore. We live in society, and behaving like cavemen, it ain't work. It gets you in the shit, all right? And it's a low quality of life. Like living like a caveman is like not cleaning your asshole. It's just a low quality of life, okay? But anyway, that's the deal. If you have more questions, let me know down below. Why body count does matter, my opinion. And so you go, guys, we're expected to be sexually experienced, rack up your body count. But then again, you rack up your body count, you're going to be causing damage along the way. So pick girls who are maybe older, who just are emotionally stable, who understand the pump and dump, and they're cool with it because they just want to feel young again. And so there's women who are like in their 30s, 40s, maybe over 25, etc. Again, I don't make these rules, okay? Durianrider, you're such a... You represent the patriarchy. No, I'm representing human relationships. I'm just letting people know these social rules. Because a lot of people out there don't know these social rules exist, okay? The same women who say, it doesn't matter, just everyone's equal, are the same women who, like, I don't date anyone under 6 foot. Or I don't date anyone shorter than me. These are the same women out there. And the same guys out there as well are like, no, Durianrider, you're wrong. She's special. Like, she is special. But you don't have the qualifications or experience to, to give her that specialist attention that she needs to heal. Anyway, that's the deal. See you next podcast. Thanks for listening.